Welcome to Primary ypww Lesson 1 Bible Study. I do not own the rights to this music. The topic is Sibling Series, Cain, Abel, and Seth. The lesson scripture is coming out of Genesis chapter 4, verses 1 through 8, and then verses 25 and 26. I will read the King James Version first and then the Amplified Version. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. Verses 25 and 26. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For God said, She hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord. The Amplified Version of Genesis chapter 4, verses 1 through 8, and then verses 25 through 26. Now the man Adam knew Eve as his wife, and she conceived and gave birth to Cain. And she said, I have obtained a man, baby boy son, with the help of the Lord. And later she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept the flocks of sheep and goats, but Cain cultivated the ground. And in the course of time, Cain brought to the Lord an offering of the fruit of the ground, but Abel brought an offering of the finest firstborn of his flock, and the fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and for his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no respect. So Cain became extremely angry, indignant, and he looked annoyed and hostile. And the Lord said to Cain, Why are you so angry? And why do you look annoyed? If you do well, believing me and doing what is acceptable and pleasing to me, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, but ignore my instruction, sin crouches at your door. Its desire is for you to overpower you, but you must master it. Cain talked with Abel his brother about what God had said, and when they were alone, working in the field, Cain attacked Abel his brother and killed him. Verses 25 and 26. Adam knew Eve as his wife again, and she gave birth to a son and named him Seth, for she said, God has granted another child for me in place of Abel, because Cain killed him. To Seth also a son was born, whom he named Enosh, mortal man, mankind. At that same time, men began to call on the name of the Lord in worship through prayer, praise, and thanksgiving. The end. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today.